Honestly, Tufts is a dream school in every way. Not just a dream job. It's got an elite combination, honestly, of academics, athletics, and location. And quite frankly, I don't think there's too many, you know, programs that could boast the same advantages in all those areas and put it all together. So, that was just a no-brainer from the jump to throw my name in the ring at a chance at a job like that. And then two, obviously, being familiar with the NESCAC and, having admired Tufts from afar, that also played a role. And just seeing the current group of guys that are in the program, I think any coach would be lucky to, follow Coach Sheldon and coach this group of guys. So, I think all of that just led to like a no-brainer decision on my part to try and go for it. Honestly, I always say I'm D3 through and through. I got my start. I played Division III basketball at Clarkson University. I got my first crack at coaching as a volunteer assistant at Clarkson. My first full-time position, again, was at Bowdoin in the NESCAC. So everything that I kind of knew initially about the profession, was through D3. So I know everything about it, and I love it, and I love what D3 stands for. It's all about excellence, not only academically, athletically, but overall. You really can find who you are outside of just academics and athletics, and that's what I loved. That's what I missed when I went to Army, and that's what drew me back. To Division III now. So I love it. It's true to who I am for sure. Yeah. First and foremost, just want to be honest and direct at all times. And I think, the only way to do that is, by starting with great relationships. That's what I pride myself on, as being a coach that is a relationship-based coach. I truly believe that in order to get where you want to go as a program, we're going to have to start there because I think great relationships lead to great accountability. And when you have those two things, I really do think you could then get to the key element, which is having great competitiveness throughout your program. And great competitiveness doesn't come unless your group is connected and holding each other accountable. So those three keys are what make me up. The relationships, accountability, and competitiveness, and that's what I hope to bring to our group here. We're going to compete at a high level, on both ends of the floor. The way we're going to do that is with a high level of connectivity and a high level of aggressiveness. We really want to make teams feel like they're on their heels for 40 minutes. So, offensively and defensively, honestly, the way they currently play is kind of how I see the game as well. Kind of spreading it out on offense and allowing guys to make plays in space. And defensively, just really getting after people with tough, aggressive, in-your-face man-to-man defense. So those would be the core elements to what we're going to try and do. But overall, we're just going to fight and scrap and compete, for everything. So. Yeah, what I've
And
learned, honestly, through all the stops that I've been, and I've been fortunate to be at some great places, some high academic institutions. Talent only gets you so far. What truly wins and what wins consistently is character. So we're going to really make sure we're finding, student athletes that have a high level of character. Students that have a makeup to them that is going to help them succeed, when they're here. Because Tufts is going to ask a lot of our student athletes. They're going to ask them to be great students. Obviously, we're going to ask them to compete at a high level and compete for NESCAC championships and hopefully beyond. But then outside of that, ask them to be great contributors to not only campus but the general community as well. So in order to do that, you have to have a character makeup that's at a high level. So we're going to really stress looking for that in the recruiting process. And secondly, we want guys who love basketball. Honestly, we want to find guys that are going to find excuses to get in the gym. That's another component too to being at a high academic institution. There will be a lot of opportunities for you to put basketball on the back burner. So we want to find guys that naturally love it and would do anything to be in the gym. And then third, again, we want them to align with how I am as a competitor. We want guys that are going to compete, to be excellent both on and off the court. So, the character piece, a love for the game, a love for basketball, and a drive to compete. that's what we're going to try and pinpoint as much as we can in the recruiting process. Yeah, I'm honestly the byproduct of just a lot of great coaches. Guys that I've worked for, guys that I've worked with. So to pinpoint one or two is honestly a disservice to everyone that I've been able to pull and steal from, honestly. But I'm probably going to break the first cardinal sin of being in the NESCAC and give credit to other NESCAC coaches, but. I was lucky to play for Adam Stockwell at Clarkson. He recruited me there, and he was probably the first person that really talked to me about what it means to be a coach, and he really saw it in me to be a future coach. And what I learned most from him was, again, I think I'm the most competitive person, but I learned that he was pretty competitive as well. But he didn't let that get in the way of coaching and caring for your players. So I learned the competitiveness piece and how it boils into or bakes into your program in a healthy way. And then Tim Gilbride, he gave me a chance, my first chance to be a full-time assistant coach when I was at Bowdoin, and I just really learned about professionalism and how to care honestly for your players, and not letting anything get in between those two elements. So I probably draw on my experiences from those guys the most. But again, I've been super lucky to work for great people. Zach Spiker, who's now at Drexel, Jimmy Allen, the current head coach at Army. So many great assistant coaches that came and went through my 5 years at Army. I've been fortunate. So it's a blessing to be where I'm at, and I wouldn't be here without all those people pouring into me.